Hello, I'm Rob from the Malt Miller, and today we're looking at our equipment starter kits for making beer at home. Before we get going, please remember to subscribe to our channel, like the video and hit the bell for notifications. So there's a fair few components that are involved in an equipment starter kit. In today's video, we're going to show you exactly how to put it together so that you will be able to use it with confidence to get the best out of the beer that you're brewing. The equipment that we're looking at today will be used for fermenting beer at home. Now this is generally used for fermenting a beer kit such as these that you can see here. Most people start brewing at home using some type of extract kit. There are hundreds available in all different styles. And of course, not just beer, they also include cider and hard seltzer. So just at this stage, there's actually two important points that I want to make. We don't skimp on the equipment. So if there's going to be a process that you need to do, it will be included in the bundle. And we don't put low quality items in the bundle to keep it down to a price point. We're actually giving you the quality of equipment that will last you. And this actually leads me on to the second point, that everything that's included in the kit will serve you right through your brewing hobby, even if you move on from the extract style kits to all grain brewing. So what we have here in front of us is what's included in our fermentation and bottling starter kit. It includes everything that you require except the glass bottles and your chosen beer kit. Of course, you could also use this for a cider kit or a hard seltzer kit. Let's take a look at each component and why it's included in the kit. We've included two of our Malt Miller 30 litre fermenters. Now this makes the whole process much easier. We can ferment in the first fermenter and then we can move it into the second fermenter where we can package directly into the bottles. There's a very subtle difference between these two fermenters. As you will see, this one here has a black tap. Now that's used as our primary fermentation vessel. This one here has a white tap. We can bottle directly from this using the included bottling stick. Both of these vessels have the same airlock. Now we need an airlock to allow CO2 to escape from your fermenting product and not let any nasties in. Let's take a look at the other items that are included. We have chemicals for both cleaning and sanitizing. Now the cleaning and sanitizing is absolutely essential, and we have a separate video that details exactly how to carry out this process. We have silicone tubing for transferring between the vessels. We have a hydrometer for taking gravity readings, and we also have a video about how to take a hydrometer reading. We have a bottle brush. We have a bottling stick, and we also have a capper and caps for the final packaging of your product. When you receive the equipment from us, both of the fermenters will be pre-drilled for both the taps and the airlocks. Now there will be a little bit of assembly that's required. Let's show you how to do that now. The first thing to fit is the grommet into the hole pre-drilled in the lid. This is quite easy, just fits straight in. There we go, that's that fitted. Now you'll notice that we can now place the airlock within the grommet, creating a nice tight seal. Next, we're going to install the taps. Now you'll notice that the taps come with a nice squidgy silicone type washer. This goes on the outside of the bucket. We need to do this up hand tight only, otherwise you'll squish the washer and it will leak. And now we're ready just to check that the tap doesn't leak. There's two types of tap that are included in the kit. Fitting them is exactly the same, but let's take a look at what makes them different. So this simple black tap is used in the primary fermentation vessel. It actually attaches to the silicone tubing so that you can transfer from one fermenter to the other. The white tap here has a couple of differences. It's designed to fit onto the bottling vessel. That's because it fits directly to the included bottling stick. It also has a back nut that's designed not to pick up any of the debris that may be left in the liquid that you're bottling. As this is the vessel that we're going to bottle from, we want to have the tap as low as we possibly can. Now this tap has a handy feature where the spout rotates within its housing. This means that when we come to bottling, we can have the vessel over the countertop. We can then turn the spout into the correct plane, attach the bottling stick and carry on with the process. And we recommend that you hold the housing whilst you're rotating the spout. We include a metre of this really high quality silicone tubing so that you can move your fermented beer from the original vessel into your bottling bucket. Now at this stage it's really important that no oxygen is introduced into your beer, so do make sure that the silicone tubing sits right at the very bottom of the bottling bucket. The silicone tube pushes nicely over the tap and creates a nice airtight seal, and it doesn't need any mechanical fixing. So this device here is called our bottling stick. Now it simply connects to the white tap that we've installed on our bottling bucket. We can then turn our tap on. This will allow the finished beer to flow through the bottling stick, but it's got a really handy device on it. So it's got a valve on the bottom. This means that the beer only flows into the bottle when the valve's depressed, and also when the bottling stick is withdrawn from the bottle, it leaves the correct airspace in the neck of the bottle. So the last piece of equipment that we need to look at comes into play right at the end of the process, and we're going to cap our bottles. This actually is a really high quality twin lever hand capper and has the ability to cap many different types of bottles, but it will also cap 29mm champagne style crown caps. This is a really handy feature for later on in your brewing hobby. Also included is 200 Malt crown caps. Now these are the 26mm variety that cap almost all bottles that are available, such as the one we've got here. 200 crown caps is approximately enough to do 5 batches of beer. This is more than enough to keep you going for a while. Capping a bottle is really simple. Simply take the bottle, add the crown cap in place, take the hand capper, place it on top of the bottle, and simply lower the handles. You'll feel some resistance, take it off, and that's a capped bottle. So here at the Malt Miller, we really promote recycling your bottles. They can be used over and over again. So to this end, we include a bottle brush that can be used in conjunction with the chemicals provided to make sure all of the bottles are spick and span before their use. We want you to brew the best beer possible. Following the instructions in this video will allow you to do just that and carry on throughout your brewing hobby. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Have a great brew.